Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everybody and welcome to our course Simple Ways to Understand Translation. Firstly, I want to apologize for a long time I don't give you any lecture of my course as cause of my studying in university, but now I'm going to give you a lecture about the past continuous. But let me give you a small overview about what we had giving you before about the lectures. Okay, we have discussed so far about the present tense and the present tense continuous and the past tense. Okay, we have discussed the present tense and how we can use it in WH questions and yes/no questions. And also we have discussed so far about the past, the present continuous, and how we can use it in yes/no questions and WH questions. And we have also discussed so far about the past tense and how we can use it in yes/no questions and WH questions. Okay, let us take an overview of the present tense. The present tense, the form of the present tense is below. As you look in this slide, the subject plus the verb plus s and the object. As you see here the examples, he belongs to the subject, which is he, she, it, and whether it is pronoun or the name of the person. I mean the noun. Okay. Writes is the verb with s alphabet, and then the object a paragraph in the school. As you see here, the pronouns is in purple color and the verbs is in red color, and for the object in green color, or what the color will be. Okay, and then we have discussed all so far about the present continuous, which is the form of the present tense. We can say the subject plus the verb to be, which is and are. Is for the singular person and are for the plural of the persons, plus the base verb ing. As you see here in the examples, he is playing, or you are jumping, or they are eating, or she is working, or it is ringing, or I am singing, or we are cooking. And we have also discussed about how we can use this present continuous in different questions or different sentences, like yes/no questions and also WH words. As we see here in the example, yes/no questions, the form of the yes/no questions, it ends the answer of the yes/no questions. It can be yes and no for this, according to this sentence or this questions, because it is yes/no questions. As you see here, the verb to be, we have to do the verb to be at the beginning of the sentence. It can't be in the middle of the sentence because it is a normal sentence. So if you want to make a yes/no questions, we must put the verb to be at the beginning of the sentence. Like here, as you see in the example, am I working? Am I working? Yes, you are, or yes, I am. If you want to say no, we have to say no, I'm not, or no, you aren't. Okay. Example B, are you jumping? No, I am not. Are they playing? Yes, they are. Is he writing now? No, he isn't. It is ringing. Is it ringing? Yes, it is. Is she ringing? No, she isn't. Are we cooking? Yes, we are. Okay, the next slide is talking about tag questions. Tag questions. It is questions. It's same as the normal question, and the answer for the tag questions, it may be yes and or no. As you see here, First we will take a look at the form of the tag questions, like subject plus the verb to be with not and the base verb plus ing. Okay, and we have discussed also in the previous lecture about the past tense, which is the form of subject plus the verb ed. Okay, the verb which ends in ed is the regular verbs, and the irregular verbs which is not ends at ed, but it have two words in each past participle or the verb in the past, like we'll see here, drive, drove, driven. As you see, the drive is in the present and the drove is in the past tense, and the past participle of the verb drive is driven. Look at the regular verbs, it ends with the ed and so on. Okay, how we can use the was and where? As I said previously, was we have to use the was to be, the verb to be was, with the singular person or the pronouns, the singular pronouns like he, she, or it, and we use the where to the pronoun they and we and you. Okay, let us move to chapter 4, which is the past continuous. The form of the past continuous is the subject plus the verb to be plus the verb ing. As you see here, the verb ing is similar to the present continuous, but there is a difference between one point. The verb to be in the present continuous is or are for the plural singular pronouns, and is for the singular pronouns. Are for the plural pronouns and is for the singular pronouns. But in the past continuous we should use was or were. Was for the singular and were for the plural. As you see here in the examples, I was watching TV last night. He was playing tennis in the garden yesterday. She was cooking fries last 2 hours. It was ringing at 9 o'clock in the morning last Monday. You were reading the novel yesterday. They were at the cinema last night. We were playing hockey last winter. Okay, this example is for the past continuous sentence, and it is normal sentence. Let's move now for the next slide, and it shows how we should use the past continuous in the WH questions. As you see here, we have a form of the WH questions. We should start first with the WH word. There are different WH words, whether like where, when, how, who, what and why, and so on. Plus the verb to be. We should use the verb to be immediately after the WH word, and after the verb to be we should use the subject, and then the verb end with ing. As you see here in the examples below, where was he sleeping? When were you studying? How was I going? Who were we seeing? What was he eating? Why were you watching TV? What was he doing last night? Were we going to study? Okay. The next slide is the last slide, and it's talking about how we can use the past continuous in yes no questions. As you see in the form below, the past of the verb to be we should put the verb to be in the beginning of the sentence if you want to use it as yes no questions. As you see in the examples below. Was I reading a book yesterday? Were you knitting a cloth last 2 hours? Was he watching TV last Monday? Were we cooking noodles for lunch last weekend? Were they going for the marathon last Thursday? Was the cat sleeping at the garden yesterday? Was it ringing at 10 o'clock at the evening last Saturday? Were we playing hockey last Monday? And finally, was he cleaning the room last weekend? Finally, this is what we talk in the past continuous, and inshallah in the next lecture we will take a focus about the future tense and how we can use it in different and several questions, whether it's yes/no questions or WH words. I hope that you understand my lecture, and goodbye, and see you inshallah in next lecture.